It's on earth, but it's where I be. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm the gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already there. Imagine when you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda said the standards in the tear down. Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to. It's dark and it's hot, so leave me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to doubt, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy does it. In public, hated or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. Just a glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice and super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm the gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already there. It was written in the children's story. Your life's a so what you want. Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. That presidents drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money. Quiet storm. Have it thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, Ole Green is the. I'm a player on the late night tip. So see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog. To the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it. Kiss to death, and protect your neck. 3 boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger, kiss to death, and protect your neck. Shame on the 3 boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm the gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already there. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You wish you could.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They juked him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Go get it right here. Come on. You ready for one word? You ready for one word?
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
Let's go
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Wilson. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And a grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Now the rookie first-rounder from San Diego State, it's Rashad Penny. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll try to run for it with Penny. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 15. A first carry now. This is Johnson. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
10.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Nazir Jones breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
21.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play on 3rd down for the Lions. 48 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Out of the gun, Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Jumbo, jumbo!
Hey, four down, four down.
Hey, give me a radar.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Pass incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and now it's third down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Oh, here we go. 11-11. Hey, go here.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Completing it here, Marvin Jones. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Yeah, 4 down, attack number 3. Hey, give me a radar. 10.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Jaron Reed forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On second down, here's Wilson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Sean Robinson. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And it's taken in at the 9. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Hey, 22! Attack 50 left!
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Hey, 21! Hey, go here! Like 7!
Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Returnable for Lockett. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. A first update now from Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now Rashad Penny. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now.
21.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And his throw is incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. And this is incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, Stafford. And Tate's got it. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Hey, tag 50 left.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Tag 55. Set, lady. Middle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Prater. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. An update over in Soldier Field. The Jets out to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's a give to Penny. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Final play of the half. It's Wilson able to shake him off. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
21.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Tate. A good pickup there at 22.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now a first down throw. Stafford over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hey, 22! Hey. 4 down. 40 got. Zebra! Hey, tag 50 left.
To throw on second down, Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
The Lions on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions are in for 6. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
I'll go special.
On second down, Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Penny, the first down carry. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle made by Deshaun Hall. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Wilson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The result, a first down as the quick slant gets him 14. Now Wilson on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They go back to the ground now with Penny. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move left.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now it's Stafford. He completes it to Jones. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now it's Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A handoff to Penny. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On first down, Wilson. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrett Davis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. To throw again. Incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll make it 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrett Davis. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Stafford. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Brandon Carr there to make the stop. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The Lions on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, here's Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jared Davis in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they dropped him here this afternoon. On second down, here's Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And give him a gain of 37. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. On the crossing route, complete. That's Baldwin. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now Wilson on second down. Open man, here's Cole. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll try and run forward with Petty. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
And especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They go play action with Wilson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a handoff, Johnson, and he powers his way up past the 30. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Hurry!
Again, it's Johnson. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey, takes two right there. Four down.
The first run for the backup, Abdullah. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Jumbo! Hey, tag 50 left.
Now Stafford. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building.
Yeah, tag 53.
On first down, Abdullah. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Jumbo!
Stafford. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for Lions first.
Tag 50.
Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Tag 53. Omaha, Raymond. 4 down, tag 53.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. This will be from 53 for the win. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. This will be from 53 for the win. This looks good. It is good. He hits it from 53 yards out. And the Lions are going to win this game. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Lions, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year.